Started，还是先复盘哈。Let's so Friday we said the first level 59.40 and then 59.25, right? So Friday hit 59.41 and rallied. So the second target, first target 59.87, second target is 60.12. Now 6012 overnight already hit. Now next one would be the previous high area, like 6030, 6040. Remember 6034, 6026, below 26 started dropping. So now we're back to this level. So 5036 for this area would be, but only hourly time frame didn't finish the wave five. All the other smaller time frame are done, and hourly time frame target is 61,000 area. So anyway, if really ES come back down to 59.60, if really only come back down to 59.90. I don't know. I mean, I don't know whether it's worth the risk to do SPX. We could do day trading, but I don't know. We'll see. We can do day trading. Um, so this week, Thanksgiving week, has bigger winning rate, higher probability bullish than bearish. So now we still have long positions. So if you don't want to do SPX, it's perfectly fine. So NQ overnight gapped. Friday was like really just accumulating loop to me. So we are coming to smaller resistance. The gap, NQ volume gap, 100% filled. So this gap is 100% filled. Now, here, many days of the supplies need to get above it. And which tells me if MAGA tickers are not participating, let's say Google, Meta, then it's very hard for it to go. And so if you look at the monthly, the Google monthly doesn't look too pretty, doesn't it? So this month, removing all the drawing. So this monthly candle is two up. Now it's more than 50% of this previous monthly candle. So which tells me Google to 160 is very possible, right? So if you really break below 160, the next level will be 155 and 147. So if really Google dropped to 147, I'm a buyer. I already bought some shares. And you can also see on weekly go across to the downside on weekly time frame. So it also tells me very possible to 160. Um, daily, daily Friday was inside day. It's oversold, but it really haven't shown this blue, meaning it may have a little bit more room, but really just on daily time frame, we don't see a lot of bearishness in there because really just the accumulation. If one, two, three, this may be four and five possible, but so we have to keep this in mind on the larger time frame, what's happening. So Amazon had a really, really good run, bullish run. Um, could that pass? It really retest the breakout area 195 on Thursday. Friday inside. Could it possible just turn back up from here? You can also see we have low, higher, low, higher, low, high, higher, high, higher, high. We have all the reasons to believe that Amazon could go back to higher, but it could also go back up and make a lower high and then making preparation for next year drop. It could be possible too. So anyway, for NQ to pop, those tickers need to be part of it. Um, so Microsoft on daily, it really sideways. You have high, lower high, low, higher, low, sideways, right? So there's really no, you have low, high, lower high, lower high. But you also have a little bit higher low, lower low. So, but here, could that possible going back up, start from here? Very possible. But in larger trend, you still have low, higher low, higher low. So, so we'll see. The 415 call finally was green. Um, it pointing to at least 425. So if 220, 425, we can just sell the calls, keep the shares, accumulating shares. I don't know, Netflix, I try not to look at it, but it want to go more. Look, it's just insanity. It's pure insanity. I don't even understand why. So anyway, I'm not gonna look at it, just hurt my feelings. Apple, so look at Apple still want to go up higher. So MACD, not golden cross yet, but it's almost there. So Friday, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So on weekly time frame, let's look at it, Apple. If Apple really pops big. So daily 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's look at weekly, what's happening. Weekly looks also the same, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if Apple pops to 245, it would help the market pop and Q. And Tesla is really not that far off from our 370 target. On Friday, it went to 361. So if really see the target here, 375, if really come back down to, I don't know, 340, I may do more, I may add more calls, but so far I'm just holding small contract, not only two, not very many left. And Bitcoin. So on Bitcoin, I see daily, hourly, it should have a pullback, but it doesn't mean it's immediately gonna pull back. So wave three can just go and go and go, but it will be ideal really come back down to 74, which actually even lower than this. That's the where the support, that doesn't mean 87 doesn't have support. You have a lot of accumulation too, but it's only like what, 1, 2, 3, 4 4 days base. But if you look at the 70 some, you have many days. This the so it will be a much better place. So on daily, on weekly, we have an inside week now, and really it would be lovely to come back to gap fill. That would be ideal. Because when you look at big green candle like this, it doesn't really have a lot of volumes to support. And so in that sense, Look at this macro strategy, meaning sellers coming in, right? So if Bitcoin come down to 76, it may actually come back down to 300 some. I mean, it wasn't that far on Thursday. On Thursday, it was 370, 370. So if you really want to come back down, it could be easily come back down to this gap fill. So this will be the place I am gonna load shares and calls here. And we can also do BITX. I don't know, BITX, we entered like $21. So here, $23. It may come back down to, I don't know, 45. MSTU, maybe 100. My God, 100, that's a lot. 100, ideally come back down to below 100, this area. So we'll see how it goes. But this is a big opportunity. Gold is not too far from upside target. It's only from 2540 is almost 200 point. Have less than 100 point to go. Okay, so Treasury yield. Um, I think I 90 don't have it, but I don't have the bonds. I forgot what the bonds ticker is. Okay, so S&P sectors, we go through the sectors every week. XLF is going insane. Look, I drew this like a measured move and has been going up nonstop. And we knew this, right? We knew this because on weekly newsletter, even before the election, weeks before the election, I gave a list of regional banks saying those will be benefiting from the loosened regulation. See the regional banks, when I gave it to now, it's been going up nonstop, like literally nonstop. If you look at the list I give, I think it's somewhere near here. We're talking about almost 50% gain. So if you listen to what I have to say, and prepare for it, it could make it really good money. I think we just give one ticker. What is the IBOC? 72. When it was here, it's already above and it's ready to go more daily. This daily CMACD is about to cross over to the upside again. Anyway, so industrial and B, where is XLB? Here. Industrial should go up because if you have economy expanding, and indeed we have a continued uptrend, low, higher, low, high, higher, high. So I expect that's why we have Caterpillar and UMP, I think. UMP. I don't remember all the tickers. I remember most of the tickers. Yeah, UMP, Boeing. So we have CAD and we have Boeing. I think that's enough. UMP, we didn't do it, but that you could have. We mentioned UMP. We have a low, higher low. Now I assume it's gonna go to 250. So um healthcare, I think it's about to really just revisit this breakout area and XLP. So XLP has been having flows, and I did give a few tickers like a PG. PG I give here, and the target is almost to all-time high, right? So if you're still in there, almost time to take profit. Pepsi, I we don't do Pepsi often, but it really just runs in, right? So it have good dividends. So it could a good place to load and then unload here 200 here. So I think Costco, Walmart, I don't know. I think Walmart is like on steroid. It's just going nonstop. We've been trying to get in since the split, but it doesn't come back down. So I gave up on Walmart. Walmart is like it's like it's like a straight line. It's every time the pullback so tiny. That's why when we say following the trend, we don't treat it counter trend. That's how your counter trend move so tiny. So the impulse move is like insanity. And so I used to do like biweekly deposit on Walmart, on Costco, and Home Depot. Look at Costco, also nonstop. It's want to go again. So anyway, I wouldn't recommend to get in now if you don't have any position. And so, but XLP, we still have a lot of more room to the upside. XLP, so this is daily wave five up, like one, two, three, four, five, with meaning MMM. MMM was one of the tickers I give, and target is daily. Target is somewhere near 140. So have more than 10%, about 10, 15%. I think it's a good place to add some because if next year market have pullback, this will be your diversification. It will going up. And we already are in Coca-Cola, but it's clearly downtrend, right? So it's clearly downtrend. Could it come back to 67? Possible, could. But it's a good place to load some. But the PE for Coca-Cola, 27, 28 is pretty high. So just keep that in mind. Anyway, and real estate, real estate is going up. We've been talking about real estate for many days already. And we have PSA. So real estate really just started going. So this is one, two, probably three somewhere here, four and five go back to all-time high. So PSA is good, is accumulating. But just if you come back down, look at this. Look at this momentum. The price come back down, the MACDs keep going higher. So anyway, I added a PLD. So it's one, two, this about to do three. So you don't have to do each one. Let me do one or two is fine. And IYT has been going nonstop. This is like wave five up. So who is IYT? Transportation, right? We've been talking about transportation many times. One of the tickers I give is NSC. See clearly three moving air stick together again. It's gonna go up to 80. And another one is CSX. I give when did I give those two tickers? CSX. Uh, okay, October 12. October 12. It's somewhere here. It went up once and came back down. That gave us a second round. This is pretty good, but it's only 10%. It's a cheaper ticker, right? So it's 37 two more dollars. But this is the beginning, so it could go higher though. And XLP, we already talked about Hersey. So Hersey daily, it just started one. 1, 2, 1, 2. I think it may go to 164, one somewhere. Let me see, Hersey. And then you can just really hold to it. So this is daily 1, 2, and then start go up probably 180 something. And then 4, 5 probably gonna be 200, 195. But on hourly time frame, you have one more 166. So you could set limit order 166 because Hershey is not going anywhere. It's a very good company, chocolate, right? So anyway, 1, 2, you can buy. McDonald's is still daily wave 5 up, unchanged. I may actually add more, but I was eyeing for this, but we have 2 days very bullish. And I don't know whether we'll be able to get it. On hourly time saying we may. So I have a tiny position added on Thursday, tiny. I'm planning to load more there. So Coca-Cola, Boeing, we have Boeing, HCI. I added HCI insurance. Another insurance company, this one, I'm planning to buy it now. So wave 5 is done. Like one. So 1, 2, no, one. I don't know, how do I count? I know how to count on the up, down, I don't know how to count it. NVO, NVO. So let's see daily how they count it. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But anyway, so on weekly it's really very reasonable price. So slightly below right now it's at here at the value area high. So it's really a good place to start a position, and we're talking about 50% gain. That's really good. So I'm probably gonna load about 5% of my entire account for this ticker. We have ASML, we have Adobe, so Lockheed Martin, and weekly time frame 630 something. So daily 630 something. And it's very good, like 20%, right? So anyway, I don't want to give it too many tickers because I don't want you guys to dilute your account too much. I did go through much more. So TDD still on the way. We got in here, it's on the way to the target, not far, right? Only $5 left. And UPS actually daily target on the wave 5 up is 150. Did I give UPS? No, I didn't. I did check many more tickers. UPS. It reminds me, look like a Microsoft. So for a little too deep, I would like to get back to 138. It's not far, $4, and then target 150, 148, 150. So yeah, I already drew this. 148. Okay, here. So this is not too bad. I mean, it's really a good place to start a position on the longer time. See, it really just revisit this breakout. But downside, we may, if have a next year have a really 20% drop, this thing you're looking at $90. Um, Shopify. Shopify, I regret letting the call go too early. My God, we got into the call here, 52. Here we get into the call. Look at this, like 100%. We could have made us a millionaire with the 100 contract we had. So now what I'm gonna do, so if really macro strategy come back below 300, I'm gonna really load and load and load and then not letting go easy. So I still have a little bit coin. Still have two contracts. So if Bitcoin come back down, coin it may. Because this round it didn't go make to my target. It could be just consolidating here and then instead dropping. So we'll see what's happening. What else? So CVS, CNS. Yeah, I gave the CNS weekly two down. Now almost so this is daily level is ready to go. Target, I forgot what the target is CNS. Is in the wave three app. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me see CNC. So that's why I didn't give a target. So 1, 2, I would say at least to 67. So if you come back down to 58, 58 to 67, that's really good, right? So I would CBS. CBS is like I don't know. I'm generally not very bullish on this kind of ticker, but daily seems ready 1, 2, 3. So if I have to choose, am I gonna do CBS? No, I'm not gonna do CBS, but I'm gonna do NVO. And we already have what HCA, right? So we have HCA. And it really just come back to this long-term consolidation place. I don't think this place could get lost easily. I mean, if it does, then we are in trouble. We don't see many support really until 300 something. But it really, if HCA come back down to 300, I'll add because clearly downside and limited, but upside is much higher in the RR. So anyway, that's what I have for the next week. And I did spend time on the tax. So I assume you guys asking me about the mark to market trader tax, like day trading. So to be honest, I'm very I haven't filed the tax on my own for I think since I came to US, I did tax one time myself. And then the rest of the year is all always either through HR block. I will go to their office and give all the documents or through a firm. So I know all the ins and outs. And last time I spoke, saying the pros and cons, and I was right, but been a while, been so long. I have been on this mark to market. So basically, you're a day trader, and you have to meet certain criterias, meaning how many trades. I mean, you cannot dispute that I'm a day trader. You can see how many calls and puts I'm doing every day. So you have to seek profit from daily market movements. Like that's exactly what we're doing, right? We have planning every day. We treat it ES, SPX, NQ, that. But like you're trading from the price movement, not from dividend, interest, or capital appreciation. Meaning you can't just buy and hold for like 3 months and you say, hey, I'm a day trader. No, you're not day trader. Day trader is like we have to actively trade a certain amount trade a day. See, your activity must be substantial. And you must carry on activity with continuity and regularity. You can't just say, hey, I did this one day, 5 days, like this tons of trading, and then I don't trade it for a week or two. No, you can't do it. You have to be really your so how you do it? I think the form, I remember the form I did it was 767, but that's years ago now. So the form you have to file the status change. You basically you're changing the accounting method of your tax, right? So the IRS has to know, and you have to fill the form. You really should talk to a CPA accounting firm to confirm all this in case you do wrong, because tax is a serious issue. And so this document, 11, 15 pages, will tell you all this stuff. I'm telling you in a quick summary, but this, like, I read the first 2 pages and forget it. I'm not reading it. Um, so yeah, so this basically you're changing how you report your tax, right? So the really, what is the pros and cons? Like the pros are really like if you have large loss. I know some of you did have some large loss on when you market going up, you do the inverse ETF, then you can deduct all the losses um, from the profit when you file tax. And also you can the cost of softwares, like say someone Julie asked me she want to buy this wave indicator. Okay, you can deduct that as a cost and subscription, like unused wheels that I'm paying every year. It's not cheap. It's also more than $500. Luckily, I got every year the right time that I have 20% discount. And so like a platform TradingView, if you use TradingView, um, so any indicator you buy, you can just like computer, like my computer, I probably change my computer like every 3 to 5 years. And usually like gaming computer because much faster processor. So those are can be like expenses, like you can file as expense. Um, so really the biggest benefit would be if you have a significant amount loss, then you can deduct it like from your profit 100%. If you say make 100,000, then you had some trade like $50,000 loss, then you can remove all that. But regular one now is only 3,000 a year. Um, there is a downside, and the downside is not small. So last time I said that they also look into your unrealized gain. And I wasn't sure I was right because it's been so long since I last looked at. I was right. So December 31st, whatever that day price is on all the stocks you're holding, that's your price. And as your value, the year-end asset and the beginning of the year. So unrealized gains, you could be taxed too. And then as a consequence, myself had fished this. I have to liquidate some of my stocks that I don't want to sell. But because the tax is so much, there's no way I have that amount of cash in my bank account. So with meaning you may have to liquidate some of your positions in order to offset a gain. So there is pros and cons. I really strongly suggest you talk to a CPA. That's what I did. And So one day, if you go back to work full time and you don't want to do day trading anymore, and you have to revoke this and refill this form and say, hey, I don't want to do this kind of accounting method anymore. Like, can we do back way? So you have usually it take almost a year. It almost take a year to change the status. I remember I had to tell my trading platform, TradeStation, and my CPA mark, the accounting method, whatever they did. So myself, I didn't really do anything beyond talking to my CPA and TradeStation. So I strongly suggest you to talk to your CPA. I mean, this is really simplified version of it. But biggest advantage if you have loss, you can deduct. And the biggest disadvantage if you have huge gains, then you have to pay really high tax. But regardless, you have to pay high tax if you have big gain. But if you holding some position, you don't want to sell it. In this case, you may have to. And also, you may want to consider like you have that's why I have different accounts. So if you have long-term holding position, you might want to have a separate accounts, and your CPA can help you set up the mark to market. That account is not part of this. So, or you can trade with your own retirement account or IRA. Okay, so don't really have any more detailed, you really need to talk to your accountant. For tax is one of the most important things. That's why we always hire people to do. And if anything happened, it's not our fault. We didn't do it. So anyway, that's it for today. And so if ES come back to this area, then we can try to go long again. But if tomorrow morning going up straight, we are going to exit a lot of the bull positions and get ready for next year. I mean, to be honest, I wouldn't mind even adding some put hedge on if ES come to this level. But we'll look at it when it does come back to this level, 61,000, and we'll see what happening beginning of the year. Okay? All right, that's all I have. And if you have any questions. So at this time of the year, we really shouldn't be too aggressive on the growth stocks like WD, PNW, CrowdStrike, those we should really kind of ignore them. I'm gonna be out all team and just keep cash for next year. Next year it's going to have a big drop. It's not whether or not, it is how much. It is how much we are gonna drop. So monthly time frame, we're gonna have a drop. So you see, we don't really have much support until 460. 460. Oh my God, look, that's like 140. I will be so happy with tears if ES come back down to here, guys. I mean, can you imagine we load up here and then just right up and usually measure the move, right? So however this amount, it may actually going back to that amount. That meaning from 346, that's $250 move, 460, 250, that's $700 coming. Oh my God. Can you imagine? So I'm so excited. I can't wait for that to come. So your account can just literally double next year. I mean, if we catch this kind of move, and we could do a little bit hedge, but we'll see what happens after the new year because this time of the year usually are bullish. So I don't want our position take a big hit into holidays. That's not a good position to be in celebrating holiday. Okay. All right, that's all I have. And I will see you guys tomorrow morning. All right, bye.